start the drive right around the 37.
At their own 37-yard line.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Play fake. Cousins. Flush to his right. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Complete.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Cousins gives way to Cook. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go play action. Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
The 25-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So
a battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing the ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And shutting him off, now open field. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
First down, Minnesota.
On play action, Cousins. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And it's 2nd down.
He was covered by Josh Norman.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Play action now, Cousins. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield.
10-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd down.
We're scoreless after 1. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Andre Roberts is deep for Buffalo. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
By the Vikings.
2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Cook, the ball carrier.
Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
13-yard line.
Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Micah Hyde comes flying in from safety for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
And the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it. Cook. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Bills are going to get the football back.
On down.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. Going deep for Diggs. He's got a man, complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, and it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. but that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
You ain't going nowhere. Mike 5-4, 56, 56.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
A 53-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked off by Micah Hyde. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 30, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Minnesota.
So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. He's going deep for Brown. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
By the Vikings.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
First down, Vikings.
First down. Here's Cousins. Rolling to his right. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And the Vikings are going to have themselves a first and goal as he's out of bounds at about the 7-yard line. Cousins, another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete. Leads to second and goal.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Again, it's Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get...
Oh, now backing up, and he's out of the end zone. The referee was right there to call it, and that is a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
For Minnesota.
The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job.
And, my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, but it's going to be second down. Cousins now. That'll be complete to Cook. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They run it again with Cook. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
3rd and short yardage. Cousins flushed out right. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings.
Complete to Adam Thielen.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went into the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
From the gun, here's Cousins. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
17. Bills nothing. Dan Bailey to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
To throw, it's Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And now here is another interception. Picked by Jeff Gladney. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
22 yards there, a 1st down.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And he will be taken down inside.